Sherrie, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Sing 2 was obviously such a fun movie, especially kind of wrapping up that year. So a lot of people, not being able to go out to the theaters much and have a good time, but this came just in time to kind of wrap up the year. And it seemed like it was really well received. Obviously, the singing, just the bright characters, and of course, the dancing. And that's where you come in. Tell us a little bit about your experience with the film.
Yeah, I had a great experience with the film. I worked with the director Garth Jennings very closely, who's just fantastic, and he just allowed me to go crazy and do whatever I want. He said to me, as long as the animators can draw it, you can do it. So I was like, hold my cup. And that's literally how it went for me.
Now, did you work on the first film as well, or is this your first time working with the characters from Sing?
I didn't work on the first film. So this is my first time working with the characters from Sing, but it was a dream come true because I love the first one.
Were there any challenges for you in that in starting with characters that had already been established and kind of started building a fan base and kind of expanding their horizons?
Honestly, no, because I had a direction to go in the first place. And this might sound weird, but I love direction. As a choreographer, I love working under someone. So just coming into something where everything had already been set up, it just made my job even easier. And then I was still able to give my creative ideas.
Okay. Now, you've worked on so many music videos, you've worked on commercials and such, and how is it different working with animators rather than actual dancers and for the final product?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, working with animators is very different. I have worked on animation before, but not to this magnitude. So, Sing 2 has so many animators doing like 3 seconds a week or something like that. So, you're not working with just one person. So, you basically create all these different videos and explanations and tutorials for these guys and girls that sit behind computers, and you now just wait to see what they produce. And I know it takes such a long time to just produce, a few seconds. So I was just hoping that when I see the work sent to me, I'm going to be happy so that I don't have to send anyone back to the drawing board, which I never had to do that. Like these guys are really, really, really talented. They're the best of the best.
Yeah, they do such a good job with the characters. I was really curious about that because with dancers, live dancers, you can really tell them you guys have a language on how to do certain movements, on things you want, on counts, and just the way the body works. And now you're working with animators who maybe aren't that familiar with it. Did you kind of simplify the language and try to make it easier for them?
All the way, all the way. I mean, I first of all, I always like to give more than I'm asked to. So I literally broke everything down. I even did extra videos of just my feet. I was just giving them so much to work with because number one, I don't want you to come back to me to ask me for more. And number two, I know how hard it is to learn choreography in real life. So imagine now having to draw choreography. It's not easy.
Who was the toughest character maybe to work on, would you say?
The toughest character to work on. That's a good question. Maybe Nushi, just because her character was so flexible and she's like 10 characters in one. And she's capable of so much. So yeah.
Yeah,
But it
knew
was also
she
she was also the funnest to work on as well.
You actually, that was exactly what I was gonna say. That she seemed like a lot of fun, and then working with Johnny and some of the scenes that they had together really brought a lot of heart in the movie through their movements. What were you looking for their characters? You obviously mentioned flexibility. Is there something about their personality also that you try to put in the movement?
Yeah, definitely. That was a really important part. So even as I was producing the choreography, when we would film, I would make sure myself and all my dancers have their face expressions right. If you're supposed to be timid, I want you to show it. It's not just about the body movement, but it's about everything.
All right, great. Sherrie, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. It's not every day that you get to talk with somebody who works so close with these characters and really help develop their personality in this way.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure,
All right,
Emmanuel.
have a good one, and hopefully we get to talk again.
Yeah, definitely.
All right,
See
take
you.
care.